what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. And in this one, I kind of want to give some insights about my experience creating YouTube videos, live streaming, and doing other things for the last year. And yeah, I've learned a lot. So let's talk about it. Now, the first thing I'll talk about is the live streaming portion, because that's something that's fairly new. In terms of live streaming, I stream on Twitch. I stream a few times a week, and I've noticed that it's a little rough at first in terms of trying to get people to watch, but you know, I have a great community of people who are from the Kind of Funny community and other communities, and just friends and family tuning in as well. So it eventually got a little bit easier for me to be just on camera and talking to chat and things like that. But I will say it's a little strange because it took me about a month to become affiliate on Twitch, and after that it's gone very slow. So becoming a Twitch affiliate is not super difficult. Becoming a Twitch partner is incredibly difficult. And the delta between what's required for affiliate versus what's required for partner is insane. I feel like the requirements for having 75 average viewers per stream needs to be lowered. I get why they do that, but come on. Like, what's the point of having Twitch affiliate if it only requires 3 average viewers per stream, and then you bump that up to 75? That just seems like a weird thing to do. That's the first thing I noticed. Going from affiliate to partner in Twitch is very difficult, and a lot of people that I know are not partner. Maybe one day I'll get there, but yeah, it's gonna be a long road ahead in terms of, you know, getting partner. But I also noticed for the streaming portion of what I do, it really just depends on what games you're playing, or your personality. And I don't have the most incredible personality, I'll be honest. I stream a lot of roguelike games. Recently I've been playing games like Witchfire, and I played Soda Man and a few other games in that genre, but I also play a lot of Overwatch 2, Marvel Rivals. I was previously playing Call of Duty, so I play a lot of shooters, and within the shooter genre I play hero shooters and then I play roguelikes. Yeah, it's a lot harder to grow your audience when you're only playing multiplayer games or live service games. You have to kind of play the newest games that are coming out. I just feel like in that aspect of streaming, you have to stay up to date with current games and not just play the same things over and over. So I will be doing that a lot this year. I will be streaming a lot of new games. I have a lot of games wishlisted on Steam and other games I eventually want to play from my PS5 when I get a new computer and can do game capture and all that stuff, hopefully later in the year, but we'll see. I will be playing a lot of newer games that aren't just hero shooters or roguelikes or anything, you know, that falls in those two categories. So yeah, that's the second thing I noticed. And as far as anything else when it comes to streaming, you don't have to have the greatest setup. My computer is pretty old now, and my streaming setup is pretty nice, but that's not because I originally planned to stream. I had this set up for work and productivity, and I just happened to get into streaming, and it worked out to where I had a nice setup that could also do streaming. So I would say if you're gonna start streaming on Twitch or even on YouTube or Kick or wherever you wanna stream, you don't need the greatest setup. You just need to have decent audio and decent video. And you have to have some form of, I guess, regular content that you're providing, or, you know, entertainment that you're giving the audience, whether it's podcasting, streaming games, just chatting with topics you want to go over. And yeah, just have a plan. Just have an actual plan for what you're going to stream. And then the next thing is how often you're going to stream. I think streaming at least 3 or 4 days a week is very important if you want to grow on any platform. And streaming at least 3 to 4 hours on those days is very important, because a lot of times you'll start streaming, you won't have any viewers, and people won't start coming in until later on. It may take a long time for people to find your channel, to see who's playing a specific game they want to watch, and being able to stream at least 3 or 4 hours on the days that you're streaming is very important, in my opinion. Now, the next thing I'll talk about is YouTube, making videos, creating content specifically. So I've been making videos for a long time. That's not a secret. Like, this is not my first channel. This is probably my 3rd or 4th channel. And I've been pretty indecisive in the past about what I wanted to create, the types of videos in terms of whether they're reviews, whether it's tech related, whether it's gaming related, the quality, the style, all that stuff. Now I feel like I'm pretty settled on the style. As you've seen in the last like maybe couple of months, I've done a lot of talking head videos like this, and I will be getting back to the tech videos, but I'm also going to continue doing the talking head stuff like this. I've gotten a lot more comfortable on camera, and I think that's because one, I've been making videos for a while, and two, I started streaming last year. So all of those things kind of contributed to me being more comfortable, talking more naturally on camera, and just going with the flow pretty much. Because like I said, I've been making videos for a while, but it wasn't until I put this channel together that I kind of figured out the type of stuff I wanted to make. And being laid off from my job last year kind of helped me figure out new types of videos I wanted to add to the channel as well, while still trying to get the original videos, the tech videos, whether it's product reviews, unboxings, opinion-based videos, things like that, out to you guys, and stuff that I want to make. So yeah, I feel like it's important for people who want to create content on YouTube or just any platform that you're doing it consistently. And my goal is to do this every 5 days. Now, you may see videos crop up sooner than that, but at the very latest, every 5 days. So I think I'm doing pretty well on that front. I'm being consistent with my videos now, looking at my analytics now to see if there's anything I need to change on my side, looking at the quality before and after publishing. There's a lot of things that you need to take seriously when it comes to creating content on YouTube, because creating a thumbnail is very important, creating a title, the tags, I would say is important. Some people may disagree, but I feel like they kind of contribute to having your video be seen by people who wouldn't normally see or watch your videos. As far as anything else, making sure you're not dragging the video on. Now, there's a couple of videos recently that I made that kind of dragged on, but they were kind of just off the cuff, and I didn't really have a plan to make those videos, and then I just said, screw it, I'm just gonna make them, no edit, and put them out there, see what people think. So yeah, you got to have a consistent schedule. You got to have ideas in place for your thumbnails, your titles, your tags, anything you want people to see. Put it in the description of your video. In terms of other links you want them to check out, or other videos, other playlists, put them at the top of your description. So even if they don't click on your description, they can easily see it in that first line, and there you go. They don't have to go digging through your long description to see the important stuff that you want them to check out after they watch the video. And after that, I mean, the only other thing I could say is having a schedule similar to streaming on Twitch or YouTube or any other platform. Having a consistent schedule and planning your stuff out ahead of time is very important, especially in content creation, because when it comes to streaming, you can kind of just turn on the camera, make sure everything's working, and then hit the button to go live. But when it comes to content creation, making videos, you got to have your lighting in place. I mean, you have to have this stuff done for live streams too, but it's a lot more involved. You're planning out B-roll, you're planning where you want to set your A-roll. Like here, this is something that I planned out. I wanted to film in this specific area of my home office, and it's important to have a great background. I'm not saying you have to have all types of fancy stuff, but something that looks nice and appealing. And then, in my opinion, having some separation between you and the background to give it a better look. You don't necessarily have to have that. That's just how I like to do it, but it's just something to keep in mind. You know, how you frame yourself, your audio quality for videos like this, especially talking head videos, because if you're just talking straight to the camera and you want people to only hear your voice and nothing else, and you're not cutting between B-roll, you're not doing a product review or anything like that, you don't have background music, you kind of want your audio to sound good. Now, my audio's been all over the place over the last 5 to 6 months, I'll be honest, and I'm trying to get it to a point where I know exactly where it needs to be set, what equipment I'm using, and just make sure I have that stuff in line going forward. And to be transparent, I'm using a DJI mic, and I have a lav under, so you don't see anything, you're just hearing the audio. This is something I invested in sometime last year before I was laid off from work, and it's been very good. Now, I've been tweaking settings on this stuff to get it to where I like it, and we'll see if this video is any different. The last video, I feel like I got it to a better place, but it still needed some improvements, so we'll see. But yeah, as far as anything else I've learned on the content creation side, you gotta share your stuff out. You gotta make sure that people are aware that your video exists. So just posting your video, having the tags, a good title, a good thumbnail is not everything that's involved with getting eyes on your video. You gotta make sure that you're sharing your video out on whatever social media platforms you have, so even more eyes get out, people share it in those platforms, and you get other sources of traffic coming into your video. It's been very helpful for me in terms of getting people that wouldn't normally watch my videos to come check it out, and even leave comments on the videos with their thoughts on whether they like the video or their perspective on the topic that I'm discussing. It's pretty important. So I would say that's another key factor in, something I learned over the past year of making videos in this channel. With all that being said though, streaming, creating video content, whether it's long form, short form, whether you're streaming to Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok, or Kick, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. The basic idea is that you want to have a consistent schedule for anything you do. You want to have content planned out in advance. You want to have decent audio, decent video quality for your voice audio, your camera, whatever camera you're using. Like I'm using my iPhone. I've been using my iPhone for probably the last couple months. I did have a camera. I had to sell it because unemployment. So yeah, like I said, you don't need the fanciest equipment. You just need to learn how to use the equipment that you have. And something that I've noticed over the past 3 to 4 videos is that my video quality has been different, and that's something I'm going to adjust. That's something I'm going to work on. This video, I made a couple changes and we'll see if they look better. I assume they will, but I may also go back to what I did last video or the video before that. Who knows? It's a constant process of adjusting, and it's something that everyone who decides to start streaming or creating content is going to learn, or even creating digital products. Like I'm learning how to create digital products now. It's not something that I thought I would do, but I figured why not? Because I've done similar things in the work environment and I felt like I have the capability to do it. You use whatever experience and knowledge you have, and then you iterate on that, and then you learn new things and you iterate on that. So it's very important to understand that whatever you're doing is not going to be perfect, and that there's always room for growth and improvement in whatever it is you're doing. So yeah, I mean, that's it. I think I covered everything that I've pretty much learned over the last year of streaming and creating content and doing things between Twitch and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, basically all the things, because that's what I'm doing. I'm streaming, creating content, long form and short form. And it's very important to have a consistent schedule, to plan out things in advance, and to have decent quality for your audio and your video. After that, you just continue to iterate. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time.